So you're thinking about making a move to San Antonio, Texas. Well, hang tight. The city has a lot to offer, and I have a lot to show you today, and I'm going to cover a lot of ground. I'll take you through some neighborhoods, explore some home options for different price points. Therefore, it gives you a solid idea of what fits your budget. But that's just the tip of the spear. There's more to San Antonio than meets the eye, and that's why I'm here, going over Olmos Park, to show you what makes this area stand out. Stick with me to the end, and I'll reveal the best kept secrets that this neighborhood has to offer. If this is the first time on my channel, welcome. If you want the full rundown of the city of San Antonio, Texas, and you want to keep updated with the market in San Antonio, Texas, go ahead and press subscribe. You'll be the first to know about the key details and all what's happening in San Antonio. Hello, my name is James McIntyre. I've been living in San Antonio for the past 9 years. My family and I moved out here in 2016 after I got out of the Army. We've loved it ever since. I served for 6 years, 2010 to 2016. My first duty station was in Hawaii, and then I PCS'd over to Fort Carson, Colorado. Both beautiful places. I was able to deploy to Afghanistan, each location. After I got out of the Army, I wanted to be closer to my family. My team and I are ready to help you out make your move to San Antonio, whether it's next week or next year. So don't hesitate to reach out. Our phone number, contact information is down below in the description. We're ready to make your move to San Antonio smooth. So now I'm going to talk to you about the good and the bad of Olmos Park. Pro number one, the community has great first responders. They have law enforcement officers there. They also have on-call fire department there as well. 24/7 service, exclusive just for Olmos Park residents. And this is really unique because not many places have this. There are a few other smaller cities in San Antonio, within San Antonio, that have a service like that. But the cool thing about this is that you have reports that you want to make, or you got an offender bender right outside your house, or there's a fire. You're going to have a response within minutes. And that's a service and a luxury in itself. Number two, it is a prime location right next to I-10, 281, I-35 freeway. As you're exiting, you got all these freeways that take you anywhere. They also major entertainment centers, just like the Pearl. And the Pearl has coffee, brewery, dining, fine dining, and great places just to hang out. It is a great location. Number three, as you enter into Olmos Park, you could tell the beauty of these homes are something else. These homes were built in the 1930s, 1940s. A lot of these homes are higher end. They have about a third acre or half an acre or about a couple acres. As you go into this neighborhood, you'll see the homes getting bigger. As I said, these homes are older, and that tends to give you a little bit more character. It's not just like a cookie cutter home that like you see, in these new constructions. It's each home is different. There's a style, and a lot of these homes have a lot of land. You're not bundled up next to each other. So that's the unique thing about these homes. They're stunning. I'm going to add another thing to the good things about living in Olmos Park. Their school district is really good. It actually falls under Alamo Heights, and they're known to have a good school district, according to parents that I've spoken to, and they're very competitive in sports. That's all I know. A lot of parents that I've spoken to that have their kids at Alamo Heights School, they are very focused on athletics. they are gung ho. So Olmos Park residents actually go to Alamo Heights School. And but that's another thing for you to just research, look at it, see if it's the right fit. Alamo Heights is actually a couple blocks away from Olmos Park. It's not like a far distance away, so you don't really have to worry about it's a far commute or anything. But just wanted to give you a little background on that. Next, I want to talk about the cons, the bad things that happen in Olmos Park, or the bad things about Olmos Park, not the bad things that happen, but the bad things that are part of living there. So, and it could be a good thing too. One of the biggest downsides is the cost of living in Olmos Park. It's one of the most expensive neighborhoods in San Antonio, Texas. For example, one home listed at 700 in the 700s, and then there's another home listed at in the 4 millions. It's just there's a huge gap. Most homes are going to be in the millions or above, and that's very expensive for most people. And I think it also is very expensive is the taxes. The property taxes are going to be very expensive. So just got to keep that in mind when you're looking in these areas that have higher price points. Number 2, there is a train track issue at Olmos Park, and I have to disclose that because if you live on the side of town that has the train tracks, you're not going to really hear the train per se. They also have an ordinance I think they just put together with the city council saying that the train cannot sound their horn throughout that residence area. So you shouldn't be able to hear a horn. If you do, you have to report it. But I have sold a home that had a train track right behind a home, and it is very difficult to sell because a lot of people, when they come in, a lot of buyers, when they come in, they're like, the feedback is they're worried for the safety, or they're worried that they're going to hear the vibration. Another downside is the HOA and the restrictions that the city can impose. So make sure you dig and do some research before you purchase a property in Olmos Park, because if you need to build a second dwelling, like you want to build a large secondary guest house, there may be a problem. I'm not sure, but I've heard that the HOA and the city may not approve it. They want to keep the neighborhood in check, and they also want to make sure that the neighborhood stays consistently clean, and that there's nothing crazy going on. The last thing I want is an apartment complex going up, and having tenants running in and out of this neighborhood. That's not what they want. They also don't want people painting their house pink and all sorts of crazy colors. They just want to keep the neighborhood the way it's at. So that's could be a downside. It also is an upside, though, I would say. So if this neighborhood was the right fit, or if it wasn't the right fit, stay tuned. If this was helpful, this information was helpful, go ahead and press subscribe. I'll be posting one video a week on all the neighborhoods in San Antonio, Texas, and hopefully we find the right one for you.